Look, 99% of it I still understand. The 1% I've realized is because I was away for too long. Yeah, because the country moves in a direction. Right? That's just what happens. And the longer you're away, the less you move with the people. I've noticed that in small things. I need to catch up to where South Africans are in certain things. You know, one of them being load shedding. Yeah, no, I'm behind when it comes to load shedding. Yeah, because when I left South Africa, right, when I left, like load shedding was like 1 hour, maybe every few weeks. Do you know that type of thing? And now when I come back, they're like, it's stage 6. And I'm like, is this Mario Brothers? I didn't even know. Just every single day. Tlangan, tlangan, tlangan. And the reason I know I'm behind is because I still react to load shedding. That's it, I react. I've noticed South Africans, you don't flinch anymore. Nothing. Now when the lights go out, I'm the only idiot who's like, load shedding. And you see people around me like, oh, where's this guy from? He doesn't even know load shedding. Welcome to the future, buddy. What an idiot. South Africans have had load shedding for so long now that I don't know if you've noticed this, but you've started becoming load shedding connoisseurs. You know, I've heard conversations where people are talking about load shedding, and they'll be talking about their favorite load shedding. People will be sitting there and they'll be like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, my favorite load shedding easily is like 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. That's like the best load shedding. That's when you want load shedding, eh? Because like you're already asleep, right? It doesn't bother anything, it doesn't mess anything up. That's like the best load shedding ever. People are there fighting. No, I think 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Guys, you're crazy. No, that's the best. Let me tell you the best. My favorite load shedding. Guys, you can't have your favorite bad thing. Are you kidding me? How long has this been going for that you're like, this is my favorite? You can't have a favorite bad thing. That's like someone being like, yeah, my favorite plane crash. My favorite plane crash is the one that goes like this. That's my favorite one. My favorite load shedding. It's ridiculous. People have moved, people have changed. There's dynamics I don't understand. You know, I'm trying to get used to it. For instance, the last time I was doing shows here, when load shedding would hit, the lights would just go out, and that would be it. Like when you were at a shop, the lights would go out, and that was that. And then now everyone has generators. And so now there's a pause, but I didn't know about this. And I've noticed that the lights go out, and when they do, everyone in South Africa just stands where they are. And then when the lights come on, they carry on. Yeah. That's weird. At least have fun in the load shedding. Huh? There's a moment of darkness. Make it exciting, make it creative. I've started figuring out some things. You know, like at the Checkers that's next to my house, what I do is whenever I'm shopping there, I know that the load shedding, between the load shedding and the generator kicking in, it's 45 seconds. So what I'll do is, if the load shedding hits in that 45 seconds, I'll just take boxes off the shelf and I just stack them into like a tower, and then I'll step away from it. Then when the lights come back, it's like, I'm like, Kibuloi. I just try and make things interesting. Because there's things that you have to understand. There's things that are different now. One of the weirdest ones for me, happened when I needed to get new appliances for my house, right? So I needed to get like kettles and toasters and all those small things. And so I went, right? I was going to at home. I was at home. No, I was at. They must change the name of that shop because you can't, how do you say it? Because you can't say I was at home because then it seems like I was ekaya. So you were at home, but that doesn't sound grammatically. They should have just called it home and we say the at. Anyway, I was by that shop, né? And so I'm there busy shopping for appliances. And while we're shopping, everything's normal, everything's not. And about at 5 to 2, one of the employees walks out from behind the cash register. And she's like, "Ladies and gentlemen, please stay where you are. Ladies and gentlemen, please stay where you are." And I'm there like, did we win something? And then without missing a beat, the security guards at home close the doors, and then they lock the gate. And then they stood in front of the door. And then the staff came and stood with them. And then they just looked at us. Now, I don't know what's happening. South Africans who've been here know exactly what's going on. I just saw people lock the gates, block the entrance, and stare at me like they're challenging me. So in my head, I'm like, oh, this is Squid Game. I'm like, things have gotten so bad in South Africa that now you have to fight your way out of a shop. Like literally, while they're staring at me, all I'm thinking in my head is, and then the lights go out. And they come back. And she's like, "Thank you very much, everybody. You can continue." And then they open the shop. And then everyone just carried on, like nothing happened. Everyone was just there, doing their thing. I was stunned. I'm looking at everybody like this. So I go to the counter. Hello, guy. See the guy's name tag. I'm like, "Eta, how's it, my man? Tabo, ne?" He's like, "Sure. I'm Trevisto. How are you, my brother?" I'm like, "I'm grand. Wena?" He's like, "I'm good, my man. I'm good. Sure. How can I help you?" I was like, "Tibos, what happened? What just happened?" He's like, "Where?" Everywhere, Tabo. Everywhere. What just happened everywhere? You just locked the shop, looked like you were threatening us, and now everything's gone back to normal. He's like, hey, son. No, Trevor, it's because of the load shedding. I'm like, no, Angiti, that doesn't explain anything. What happened? He's like, hey, you haven't been here for long, ne? So you see, Trevor, ne? Because of load shedding, what started happening, ne, was some of the customers, ne, they started realizing that when the load shedding hits, ne, the sensor there by the door, it's not working. You see? So then, those customers started coming just before load shedding. Then they were filling their trolley, just filling it up. We were even watching like, we are doing well today. These people, it's not even month end. They were filling the trolley. Then they were standing by the door. Then the lights was just going, zoo. Then these ones were, bah. Then the lights was coming back, zoo. Then the shelves were empty. It was like a magic trick, Trevor. Yeah, then the owner of the shop came. They didn't believe us when we told them what happened because the camera was also off because of load shedding. Then they said we are the ones who stole it. And because we are responsible for stock control, we decided as the staff, we are going to do something about it. So now, when we see it's going to be load shedding, 5-2, we just close the door and we lock. And then we just stand there where we can see each other. Yeah. Does it make sense? I was like, Tabo, not only does it make sense, but this has instantly become my favorite shoplifting story of all time. Are you like the ingenuity of South Africans? Huh? To have the idea to think of that. That's easily my favorite shoplifting story. Easily. Because I love shoplifting stories. I love them. I love reading about them. You know, hearing how people try to shoplift or like shoplifting syndicates. I'm always intrigued by how people do it. One of my favorites actually, started during COVID in the United States. Right? There was a lot of shoplifting and it evolved when COVID ended, it continued. What somebody discovered was that there's a hack with the sensors at the front of the shop, okay? And so somebody discovered that if you have an item that has a tag on it, right? You know, the metal tag on clothes or, you know, the little sticker. We all know what happens when you walk past the sensor, it beeps. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Even if you hide it. Beep, 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 beep. Right? We all know how it works. But then somebody discovered that if you have the item and then you shake, it doesn't beep. I swear on my life. Guys, it went viral on TikTok. People started doing it. You must try it. You must try it. You must try. No, I'm not saying you must steal, guys. I'm not saying you must steal. I'm saying go to a shop, pay for something. When you've got the receipt, tell them, please don't take off the tag. I want to try something. But you must have your receipt because I don't want you guys blaming me now. Just try it. Take the tag, go to the door, and shake. It doesn't beep. That used to be my favorite story. Because it's true and because it caused chaos. Yeah, stores in America started losing stock. They didn't know what was happening. Because they were like, what's happening? Nothing's beeping. You know? And they were like, is there anything strange going on? They're like, no, some people are just shaking when they leave. But we don't know what it is. I was like, that's something that could never happen in South Africa. Like, yeah, South African security guards, they don't play those games. Because one of the parts that made the story extra special in America was that some security guards didn't want to stop people from leaving the store shaking because they didn't want to offend anybody who might be shaking for other reasons. Yeah, and then they didn't want to offend people, but here, there's no one who's afraid of offending anybody. Which you think there's a security who's scared of wokeness? Ah. In South Africa, here, the security guard, he'll just look at you and be like, hey, stop shaking, wana. Hey, so shake apa. Hey. So that used to be my favorite story, by far. Until what I learned at home. Because here's the thing I want to know about this. Who was the first? Yeah? Every story has a beginning. Who was that pioneer at home who discovered a flaw in the system and then took advantage of it? Who was that person shopping with their family, buying things for the house? Pushing the trolley around, casually, just there, like, no, don't get a breadboard. Get a breadboard. Get a knife there as well. Yeah, but get a knife set as well. Obviously, you want to buy. No, yeah. Did you get, Dinesh, you got the kettle? No, why are you getting Brabantia there? Why are you getting Brabantia? We don't need Brabantia, right? That's expensive. Don't just get a cheap one there. Yeah, it's for your mother-in-law. Relax. Bring there, yeah, put it in, right? No, because we got to get all the things right for the housewarming. And then what we're going to do? Boom, damn it, the load shedding. Oh, the trolley. Hey, damn it. Hey, the trolley went out the shop there. For a moment, I thought... Hey, Suresh. Did you hear that?